Winter in New England is a time to slow down and go within. It's a time to reflect on things past and how to move forward. The weather won't generally allow for much else. I wear a rubber band around my wrist in case I get too lost in these reflections. Some call it dissociation, but with one quick snap of the rubber band, I'm back in the present moment. For me, it's not a time of rest. It never is. It's a time to embrace the dark or be consumed by it. Like Robert Frost said, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. Sometimes it can be the smallest thing. A certain scent of decay in the air, the sun at the right angle, the coolness of the breeze. One of these elements, or maybe the perfect combination of all of them, and hyper-awareness sets in. Then the adrenaline kicks in. And you start to wonder what it was that happened that made these simple pleasures now seem dangerous. Or maybe you do your best to ignore it. Other things too, like the smell of a cigarette or whiskey, its taste, even though you hadn't had a drink in years. You swallow and there it is. Or coffee.
How about you, Michael? The usual?
Yes, please. I know. Boring and predictable, but...
So, what do you do for work, predictable man? Insurance salesman, something like that?
I'm an artist.
Oh, I didn't expect that. What kind of art? Graphic design?
No, figurative work.
I'm Beatrice Sofia.
Beatrice Sophia...
What?
Beatrice Sophia what?
What do you mean, what?
Is that it? That's your whole name?
Yes, that's it. That's my name.
Oh, sorry, it just seemed...
Seem what?
I don't know, incomplete.
Incomplete? Do I appear incomplete?
No, not at all. It's just that your surname is the same as the first name.
Surname? What is this surname?
Last name. Family name. Thank you, and not a moment too soon. I will blame black coffee for my ignorance and my rudeness.
Oh, really? And what's your excuse the rest of the time?
Ignore her. She is my sister. I'm Michael. Michael George.
Michael George?
Michael George... incomplete. Very incomplete.
So we both have
Surnames.
Surnames as our family names.
Apparently.
Michael George, huh? Too bad not George Michael. You are like the bizarro world George Michael.
Bizarro World George Michael?
Yeah, see, it's like in Seinfeld show. You are the opposite of George Michael.
Especially in the men's room. Sometimes it isn't the smallest thing. Sometimes it's something much larger and from out of nowhere. Wham!
There was a time when Michael was a man of great faith. It's good to see you, Michael.
Father Tom?
You are a priest.
Father Tom, we've seen the reports. We know about your intimate and exclusive predilection for experiences with young boys, and we don't need that kind of trouble visited on the doorstep of the bishop. We're going to reassign you.
Yeah. Are you still...
Yes, of course, I'm a priest. It's my calling to serve the Lord.
Father Tom, we've seen the reports. We know about your predilection for companionship and affection for young boys, and we don't need that visited on the bishop or in this church. We're going to ask that you be reassigned.
So what brings you back here?
A funeral. My sister passed away.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Grazie, grazie. Che bello, 100 vite. Sego Roma?
Sì, yes.
Ah, Roma. El splendore do Vaticano. Magnifico. Minakomoto.
Sì, Roma è così bella. Mi manca la Fontana di Trevi, Galleria Borghese.
Ah, the Borghese Gallery. Big fan of Bernini.
His statue of David is Fazozzo.
Yes, sì.
I'm sorry about your sister.
Coming from you, Michael, that means the world to me.
Okay, well, I should probably be going.
Back to your predictable life?
What?
You said it this morning when you ordered your coffee yourself. Predictable. Predictable and incomplete. But then again, we've always known that, haven't we?
I'm sorry, I didn't see you standing there.
I should probably be going.
Oh no, that's too bad. I would like to learn more about your art.
My art.
See, yes, it's not usual to meet someone discussing Bernini. It makes me curious about your work.
My work's nothing like his. Sculpture is beyond me. No, my work is dark. I don't know. Brooding, maybe? Morbid. I use a lot of charcoal.
But you are familiar with this work.
Oh, yeah. Thematically, I find him interesting. He was commissioned by the Pope, and, he would do things like the Ecstasy of St. Teresa and the Rape of the...
Proserpina, sì.
The Rape of the Proserpina, a marble statue by Bernini. Depicts the abduction of Proserpina by Pluto and taken to the underworld. It was commissioned by Cardinal Borghese in 1621. He was the nephew of Pope Paul V, who was the first to warn Galileo that it was heresy to speak about the Copernican view that the Earth revolved around the sun. Heresy was pretty deadly in the days of the Inquisition. Unless you were a cardinal. Well, it's one thing we have in common is commissioned work.
Ah,
Portraits.
portraits. That doesn't sound brooding or morbid.
Sometimes they're portraits of people who have recently died.
Thank you, Michael. I can't tell you how much this means to me, to all of us.
Sometimes I use their ashes. Use a lot of hand sanitizer. Well, I should probably get going, get to my studio, and get to work. I just want to say it was a pleasure meeting you.
It was very nice to meet you too.
This isn't your first time. Expecting different results? Don't worry about it. People never hear the message they're supposed to hear the first time. You know what to do.
Il matto.
The fool. It's funny, you don't look like a fool. Relax, I'm just playing. Do you know what this means?
Il matto è colui che ha appena intrapreso la sua strada. Non lo fa stupidamente. Ha dentro una saggezza interiore che è tutto ciò di cui ha veramente bisogno. Anche il sole gli illumina il percorso. Tu devi intraprendere la tua strada. Qualcosa ti sta fermando.
Ah, a fan of Roald, are you? I gotta say, the man sure knew how to capture a mood. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet he shall live. I'm guessing that group wasn't in the Believeth Club.
Disparaging our friend Rouault again?
I'm not disparaging.
You just resent that he's considered a fauvist.
Do you see any color in that at all?
This is not his only series.
But it's his masterpiece, even in its dark and brooding way.
It does reflect the human condition at that time period, and he juxtaposed it with Christ's suffering for our redemption.
But Chagall.
Chagall isn't a fauvist.
I never said he was, because he wasn't.
That goes without saying.
Well, somebody had to say it, so you could keep your shirt on.
Keep my shirt on.
Yes, keep your shirt on.
I don't even know what that means, keep my shirt on. Just because I think you're wrong about Rouault, I'm going to take off my shirt here in the gallery when we have a customer?
Keep your shirt on's a cliche. It means relax a minute. Like you were taking your shirt off to fight.
Fight.
Fist fight.
We're a little old for that.
A young woman didn't happen to come in here, did she?
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. You mean you don't know?
Hey, people come in and out here all the time. It's a gallery.
Yeah, we're setting up our new exhibit.
Rouault focuses on Christ's suffering, whereas Chagall shines a bright light on his gift.
But he still suffered. What's wrong with showing that?
Too Catholic.
Where did you get these?
This is our new exhibit.
Of my work?
Your work? You must be mistaken.
This is my work. I did all of these paintings.
I thought you only did portraits of dead people.
Well, some of these people could be dead. Jesus is.
That's blasphemous.
Well, he's dead, isn't he? Good Friday, on the cross, buried in a tomb.
Suppose you have a point.
That's Mary. This is her exhibit.
Yes, this is my exhibit.
But this is my work.
Yes, yes, it is.
I don't understand.
You don't own it anymore. I do. No, it's good. Have you ever heard of civic coffee?
It's the most refined coffee in the world. Coffee berries from Indonesia are eaten by toddy cats and then defecated.
So someone sifts through cat poop to find undigested coffee beans?
To find gold. The beans sell for $50 an ounce. Just like this work. Sometimes you have to go through.
Hello. I didn't see you come in. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think.
Ah, a fan of Roald, are you? I have to say, the man could sure capture a mood. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet he shall live. I'm guessing that group weren't members of the Believeth Club.
Disparaging our friend Mr. Rouault again?
I'm not disparaging him.
You just resent that he's considered a poet.
Do you see any color in that at all?
This is not his only series.
But it's his masterpiece, even in its dark and brooding way.
It does reflect the human condition at that time period, but he juxtaposed it with Christ's suffering for our redemption.
What are you doing? You just had this argument.
We have this argument all the time.
Frequently.
Every 2 minutes?
Well, not that often.
Twice a year.
You just had this argument moments ago.
We did?
Yes! Where? Right here! The two of you were standing right there and having this very argument.
That's impossible. I'm only here just now.
Hey, Trinity!
Cup of coffee?
Love one. Then I'll have to go.
Have you seen this new piece?
It's kind of blasphemous, isn't it?
Because he's so well endowed.
What's he trying to say? Jesus was well hung?
Nailed that one, didn't you?
Well, it's got a bit of life in it. It's not morbid like his other one, like that red stripe thing.
You find that morbid?
What, you don't?
It's like he's singing in the shower.
Singing in the shower? He's all twisted and contorted.
Maybe it's a song by Leonard Cohen.
She then realized that man is canned soup, hard on the outside and full of shit. Just add water. Thank you. We're going to take a short break and then we'll be back with tonight's main attraction. Thank you.
Just remember, God never gives you more than you can handle.
As long as you remember your safe word. Michael, how are you?
What's with the mask?
This thing, it's what I do. It's my gimmick.
Your gimmick?
Yeah, like a priest wears a dress on Sunday. Gimmick. So I haven't seen you in group in a while. How are you?
I'm fine.
By the way, I brought that book for you. Hey, Nick, can you grab that book for me?
Which one?
The big one.
Big. This thing's friggin' huge.
Here it is. I don't understand why you're so enamored with this guy. I mean, his work is brilliant, but...
I know.
You both paint Jesus. But this guy is a crazy believer. You, not so much.
Well, most people only know my portrait work. Only a few of you have seen my personal stuff, and most of you I would not consider to be believers.
Well, for one, I'm grateful I'm not. If it wasn't for our shared experiences, I could be just like them, going to church every Sunday, following the Catholic League. I'm glad I'm not.
Funny thing is, no one reads the Bible. Do you know what it says in the Bible? And do not call anyone on earth Father, for there is only one Father, and he is in heaven. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Susan.
It really says all that?
Matthew 23:9.
How do they reconcile that?
It's like Rouault said. I'm a believer and a conformist. Anyone can revolt. It is much more difficult to obey our inner promptings. Everyone just conforms.
Quoting artists and the Bible. No wonder nobody drinks here.
I know all of this, Phil. You know, sometimes I feel like you. You know, liberated. Other times I just feel robbed.
Hey, Michael.
Hey.
How you been?
Good.
I haven't seen you here in a while.
Nope.
Looks like everyone's really happy to see you here.
Yeah, I should probably get going.
See? All this Catholic talk and people head for the door. Can we talk about sports?
Sports?
Yeah, sports. Have you ever sports bar? Television's on the wall.
That market is oversaturated.
This market's dry as a bone.
So, Nick, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Anything. Just small talk.
Like the Seinfeld episode about shrinkage.
That was a good one.
Oh, well, the humor's base, but still funny. Guess all you could do is laugh, really.
What do you mean?
That's like when I go to my tailor.
You don't go to the tailor.
And he asks me to which way does it hang, and I say hang is a very generous word for what this thing does. Mostly just is. I call it the quantum physics penis. It has leapt from this realm of existence, and I'm just waiting for it to return. But only my dick could get stuck in a wormhole. Yeah, like I said, I should probably get going.
Don't forget your book.
Right, thanks.
Listen, I get it. All right, I know what you did back there. It's okay, I guess. I know you have your boundaries and you felt crowded.
I'm uncomfortable around women. Around people. I don't know how to act. You know, this is safer for me.
I know.
I have a black dog who once was well fed. I have a black dog who used to be fat. Now he's meatless, he's weightless, a heart-beating skin drum, heavy only with snarls and a dark eye shine. He jumps from the rug where he sleeps while I'm sleeping and lands in my bed, looking to chew me. I hate him, I love him, I own him, I fear him. I sing him a lullaby to get him to heal. C'est tout is French for that's all. Basta, basta, Italian for enough. I can't give you my heart, for my heart is too tough. C'est tout, basta, that's all, that's enough. The mother, the father, the lovers, the brothers, the liars and smilers who've drained all the colors, whose once red appetites are still salt on the wounds from the end of a cutlass one could scarcely imagine. They come to my bedside, push me to the floor. I speak to their shadows, cast my one good spell. C'est tout is French for that's all. Basta, basta, Italian for enough. I won't give you my soul, for my soul is too rough. C'est tout, basta, that's all, that's enough. Ho mai creduto che sarebbe stato facile. Ho mai creduto che potesse essere ignorato. Ho mai creduto che potesse divenire polvere o vento, o racconto di fantasmi, o fiaba, o essere dimenticato. I awake in the morning, or even the evening, as breakfast or supper. There's something to do. I stand up, I move. I don't see the dog. If there's a question to be answered here, I know what to say. C'est tout is French for that's all. Basta, basta, Italian for enough. I can't give up my heart is too tough. C'est tout, basta, that's all, that's enough. C'est tout is French for that's all. Basta, basta, Italian for enough. I can't give up my heart is too tough. C'est tout, basta, that's all, that's enough.
God never gives you more than you can handle.
As long as you remember your safe word.
Our safe word is amen.
La luna.
The moon. You're afraid.
Non hai niente di cui preoccuparti. Il matto ha una saggezza interiore e ha il sole alle sue spalle che gli illumina la via. Va tutto bene. Questo è un nuovo percorso per te. You have it within you. I can sense it. Just follow the path.
When the Puritans settled in New England, it was the law that if you wanted to start a new village, you had to first build a church in the center of town. With the old-growth forests of the time, it was easy to make them out of wood and make them simple and quaint. The only town that blatantly disregarded this was Provincetown, an outlaw city from the beginning. When the potato famine hit Ireland, they came to New England and brought with them the Roman Catholic Church, and churches began to take a more European feel. And that's not to say the Puritans weren't from Europe, they were, but like Rouault and Chagall, they both liked to honor their gods differently, one with supposed humility and the other with shame. The poet Horace once said that it is the false shame of fools to try to conceal the wounds that not yet healed. Catholics hide in the beauty of guilt. St. Augustine said that repentant tears wash away the stain of guilt, but that requires effort. I prefer Henny Youngman's philosophy. If you're going to do something tonight that you're going to feel sorry for in the morning, sleep late.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all.
And also with you. Please be seated.
Oh, it's a recital.
It's not too many people here.
I can't speak for anyone else. I'm here to see my daughter.
Oh, which one is she?
Which one is young enough to be my daughter?
Young enough?
Or old enough, you take your pick.
She's cute. What's her name?
What's her name?
Yeah, what's her name?
None of your business.
What?
Or maybe you didn't hear me. I said none of your goddamn business. Now, why would you want to know her name?
I was just trying to make conversation.
Sure, yeah. You wanna familiarize yourself with her. Know her name so that someday when nobody's around, you can come up to her and say, "Hey, Amy." That's not her name, by the way.
No,
I'm just using it as a case in point.
Okay, just wait a second.
You can say, "Hey, Amy, I'm a friend of your dad's. We were sitting together at the recital."
No, I...
Because, as you noted, there's nobody else here but you and I.
I was just making conversation.
Yeah. Your dad phoned Amy. He said you might need a ride home. I'll give you a ride home.
Everyone here looks old enough to drive.
Yeah, I'll give you a ride home. After you help me find my puppy. Is that your game?
No game, okay? We're just making conversation.
Sure.
I can't even tell who she is.
That's why you said she was the one that was cute.
It seemed like a safe thing to say.
Gain my trust. I know how you people think.
No. I'm not like that.
Everyone always denies it until they're caught. And they're so sorry. Ask for forgiveness and such. Real contrite. We've heard it all before.
No, it's not like that. Okay, I just came in here to find Beatrice.
Is she a friend of yours?
I just met her this morning.
So you're stalking her then?
Whoa. Sit right down. Welcome to the feast of... it's just a feast.
We have to stop this.
Whoa.
be afraid. It's all right. Did you know that the Prenestina fort was built in 1880? I mean, shortly after the unification of Italy. And up until 1871, Italy as we know it didn't even exist. It was just a lot of small states.
Rome became the capital. The citizens built the forts to protect themselves. Napoleon was still on their minds.
After World War I, Mussolini used the forts to secure himself and his protection.
After World War II, was all in ruins.
Do you know what it feels like to be in ruins? To be in buildings, in life, incomplete.
This is wrong. This is all wrong. We shouldn't be doing this, Mother.
It's Father. It's Father Tom. Don't worry, Michael. I'll be around to help out your mom when your baby sister comes, even while your dad's away. And you know, one day, I'll take you to Rome with me. Yeah, with your mother's permission, of course.
Social center now.
I know. Do you need me now?
No. Not now.
Ooh, the Tower card.
La torre. Non è così impressionante come sembra. Vedi? Vedi tutte queste luci? Queste rappresentano la distrazione di tutti i vecchi concetti sulla relazione tra il conscio e l'inconscio. L'illusione è shattered.
It's not as horrifying as it looks. See that lightning? It represents the destruction of all the old notions about the relationship between the self-consciousness and the subconsciousness. The illusion is shattered.
Mike, you don't believe in all this garbage, do you?
The church did.
You don't know what you're talking about.
In 1377, a Dominican monk named Johann von Reinfelden used them in his teachings.
A Dominican monk? Carrot?
Taroki.
Whatever. Look, you can't prove something like this without spiritual study and scientific study.
Carl Jung did.
Oh, Christ, Jung.
No such thing as coincidence, including the cards that are pulled. It's not random. It's a synchronistic message from the collective subconsciousness.
So, Michael, let me ask you a question. Are you young at heart?
Tear it down.
Tear it down.
Today's reading is from the New Testament. Matthew chapter 18, verses 1 through 9. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" He called a little child to him and placed the child among them. And he said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me. And everyone who commits an offense against one of these little ones who believe in me, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. Woe to the world because of the things that cause people to stumble. Such things must come, but woe to the person through whom they come. If your hand or your foot cause you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life maimed or crippled than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and to be thrown into eternal fire. And if your eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into the fire of hell. Please be seated. We don't read that passage very much. People may ask questions. But seeing how most of you don't read the Bible anyway, no harm, no foul, as far as you're all concerned.
I was trying to remember when we first met. It was so long ago. If I remember correctly, he introduced us, right? He introduced me to a lot of people. You?
No.
Too bad. You could have used more friends. That was a horrible reading. He stumped with a sermon, so he just stands there gawking. Funny thing is, it always ends up being the children who tie the millstones around their necks, not those that commit an offense against them. Nope. They stand dry on the shore, smiling, always smiling, watching.
So, you're breaking up with me because you like a girl. How old are you? 16? Well, I suppose this had to happen. I was considering ending this relationship anyway. To be honest with you, you're just not that good. You're inadequate in technique and size. So, you like a girl. What's her name?
I revisit this place way too much. It feels like almost daily. I try to just be an outside observer, but I feel the pain like it's happening all over again. Like Sisyphus.
Prometheus. It was Prometheus that had his liver eaten every day. Come on, Michael, you know that. I taught you that when I took you to Greece.
We went to Rome.
Same difference.
That's right. Sisyphus was doomed to push a rock up this hill, only to watch it roll back down again. And then he had to do it all over the next day.
Don't like reliving this. Like we have no choice.
Albert Camus thought differently. He thought Sisyphus had a way out.
What was that?
Suicide.
Do you need me now?
means to me, to all of us. I can't wait to show this to Father Tom. He loved her so much. Just like he loves you.
Funny thing, this millstone story. It's a misquote. There weren't any millstones then. There weren't any mills. They were grinding stones. Used to grind wheat mostly. Grains. We've been doing it forever. Grinding seems more of an appropriate word in this case, don't you think? Just kidding. Maybe industrial mills were named after the stones. What do I know? As hard as I tried, I could never get the knot tied around your neck. We had the millstone in place and everything. I just needed you to pick up the stone, to give me some slack. You almost never did. Except for that once. You'd had enough. Nightmares kept you awake, so you had a prescription to sleeping pills. They were easy to get. And you took all of them, simply because you read his name in the paper. But instead of dying, you woke up groggy the next morning, not even remembering taking the pills. Until later, in the shower. It was then you realized why you were so groggy. Without a second thought, you went to work as if nothing happened. And I mean nothing. Not even a coma. Nothing. No break from reality for you.
This is a new card for you, Michael. It is the devil. No. It is supposed to be upside down now. You are indifferent to the devil. He no longer has power over you. It is time. Tear it down.
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 Tear it down. Tear it down.
Tear it down.
Tear it down.
Tear it down.
Tear it down.
Michael! Look what you've done! What did you just do?
Back off! You okay? You okay?
Hey,
Here.
is he fine?
It's okay.
Sam, is he fine? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is he okay? Michael. Michael, you always make a mess. I always have to clean up after you.
Listen, I need you to remember something. You were a child when this happened to you. A kid. You have to stop projecting yourself as an adult in that situation. You weren't. Projecting yourself It's just a way for you to carry the guilt and shame that we've all carried. Wrongfully. As painful as it is, you have to remember it as it was. You were a child. There's nothing you could have done.
And then another moment comes. A moment of clarity that exposes the absurdity of the situation. Dissociative behavior can be a lifesaver in certain situations, but with repeated trauma, it can become an automatic response even when it's not necessary. Then you find yourself hiding in a bathroom from an old man. It becomes time to confront the monster that now resembles a man. He's mortal, and he needs to be reminded of that fact. As the old Italian proverb says, when the game is over, the king and the pawn go back in the same box. I make a mess of things. I make a mess of things. You have made a mess of everything. How many different parishes have you moved to? How many? How many different dioceses, states, countries? And a mess left at every one. Whose fault is that? Theirs? Mine?
Oh, God.
Michael, I know how you must feel. But you wouldn't be the person you are today if it were not for me.
What is this, a boy named Sue? Are you kidding me?
Who encouraged your pursuit of the arts? Not your school, and certainly not your family.
Fuck you!
Who took you to Rome?
Yeah, that might interest a federal prosecutor, but not me anymore.
Who took you to the Borghese? Who taught you of Caravaggio, Bernini? Who encouraged your artwork and to pursue the life of an artist?
I do portraits of dead people with their dead ashes. Art is to reflect life. Mine only reflects death.
Mike, you make something beautiful out of death. You wouldn't be the person you are today if it were not for me.
Yeah, you're right. If I hadn't met you, I might know how to be complete. But I'm not. I don't know how.
You haven't tried.
Get out. Get out! Get out right now! Michael's too polite. He's always trying to rise above pieces of shit like you. But you know what? I'm not. I will happily kick your ass if you don't get out of here right now.
I must say that this is no way to treat a grieving old man.
Let him go. That's what he wants.
I know.
It's over.
Free refill?
No thanks. I should probably go.